that into like something good.
Yeah.
That's probably like a psychological theory that can like make sense of why that would occur. But I was like, fucking hell, these chaps like really are like they're up for it. Like, you know,
they don't give a shit.
They're not like anybody else.
Ah.
It is scary shit. Like,
that's terrifying, man.
And the ISIL thing, because they've had loads of different names, but one of them was ISIL, ISIL, and that was Islamic State of Iraq and I don't know how you pronounce this, Levant, Levant. Levant, I don't know how you pronounce that, but that's like some area in the Middle East which like encompasses Iraq, Syria, like Lebanon, and fucking Cyprus. I was like, shit, my family live in Cyprus.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, like, what if they like start sending people like look like Britain's got like a base in Cyprus or something
it's
like that.
Scary. It's scary how close. Because I looked on the map before I went on holiday. Not a wise decision.
Yeah.
It's scary how close,
really close
Cyprus is to those areas.
Yeah, and Turkey.
It's really fucking close.
They're wanting to. They're really pissed off with Turkey because supposedly, I don't know how this is developed. I don't know like when this was taking place. Probably still taking place now. This like argument between Islamic State and Turkey, but the Turks have this like dam or something that they're like closing off the water supply to Islamic State like across the border.
Good.
Yeah, and they're like, if you don't fucking open up that water supply, we're gonna come in and fuck yourself. So Turkey's like started sending like troops to the border and shit like that.
Even after have you seen the pictures, man? Where they've got all the tanks are lined up on the hill.
No.
Have you not seen the footage?
In Turkey?
It's out. You know that city that Islamic State are currently trying to take over, Kobani or something is.
Oh right, yeah.
Well, I think that's is that on the outskirts of Syria or is that on the outskirts of Turkey? Anyway,
couldn't tell you.
The Turkish army has got tanks stationed on the hills.
Shit.
I remember seeing this footage last week, and they're not going in, but they're just hanging about, and it's just like, well, you know, sooner or later somebody's gonna have to break cover. But it amazes me that Islamic State are taking over this city. This is the city that's currently being, you know, that's got airstrikes happening. You know, Australia's involved. We're involved. Are we involved yet?
Yeah, we're
America's involved.
And Canada, I think.
Is Canada involved as well?
I think they might be. I'm not. Don't quote on that.
It's just amazing. They've started. I think what they've started doing is they've started putting up Turkish flags on the buildings that they've taken over, pretending they're Turkish. It's Islamic State. They're clued up with what they're doing, but it just amazes me how we haven't stopped them yet.
Yeah, and
it can't be that hard, surely.
That's what I was thinking all day. I was like,
the technology we've got, and the fact they all wear black and they've got them black flags,
I know.
white vans. Oh wait, come on.
I know.
We know where they are.
It gets the conspiracies going, doesn't it? But yeah, it's crazy. But another thing about like what's also fucked up about them is like the finances, like where they get the money. These lads have got like there's some fucking assets that are in the banks of IS. Like, well, basically they'll go into a city and they'll just ransack the place. They'll just rob the banks. They'll take any gold they can get, very valuable commodity. They will literally rob banks, like just gone at the vault and right, let's take all that shit. And also oil fields that they've taken over. They'll sell the fucking oil to the Turks illegally, and they reckon they're making some estimates are $1 million, and so the I don't know, dude or whatever estimated perhaps even up to $3 million a day on selling oil illegally in Turkey, like to the Turks.
Unbelievable. When will they stop them, and how will they be stopped?
I've got no idea, man.
Where does this end?
Well, they keep recruiting them because this is how crazy the world is. It's not just